Thank you so much for your insights. So value that.
Thank you, Carlo. Jabu?
Yes, good morning.
I think that's our last question is Jabu, eh?
Yes.
Good morning, Nigel. Nigel, you spoke about the identifying an opportunity in a deal. So I just want to structure it and say maybe identifying a potential in a property. But now you find that the property is not on sale, although you see there's a great opportunity there to do something with the property. So with your experience, I know this might not be a one-size-fits-all answer, but with your experience, how do you approach an owner, ensuring that they don't shut you out the first time around, but approaching an owner and, try to structure a deal with their property that they're not selling, but try to convince them to sell the property.
Okay, so my philosophy is not to approach somebody that doesn't want to sell, because if you're approaching somebody that doesn't want to sell, then it means you've got a much harder. You first have to convince them to sell, and then you got to convince them to sell at a lower price than what they're thinking of. So I would never approach somebody who's not actually wanting to sell, because in order to get somebody to be motivated to sell at a lower price, they first of all need to be motivated to sell. So I really can't tell you how to do what you're asking me, because I've never had to do that. There's enough deals in the marketplace for you to have to go and try and convert somebody to sell. I would never advise you to do that, and I wouldn't know how, to be honest with you. One thing you need to learn about me: I'm straightforward, and I only tell you what I know. I'll never tell you something that I don't know, or I haven't experienced, or I haven't learned myself. And this is one thing I will never do, is to try and approach somebody that's not actually a motivated seller. Finding a motivated seller is the first step to building a good property portfolio. You're going to try and motivate somebody to sell.